Hey guys, it's my first time recording a video on the computer, so my audio might be bad. You might hear birds in the background. I'm using my PS5 controller right now to record, so this will be a little difficult to do. I'm going to see if I can pull this off. Just wanted to show you guys a little bit behind the scenes of what I've been doing for the card game Hamaji no Ippo. So let's pull out. This is what I've been using, Card Creator. So right now I'm in the process of converting all the images into the manga um, image. This is a different project I was working on. I'll show you guys. This was a Captain Tsubasa project. I'll probably go back to that in the future. The game style is a little different. I think now that I feel a little more confident using Tabletop Simulator, and I have a little more experience with making cards. Well, at least I think. I can, fix this card up and maybe release it one day. Right now, our focus is with Maji no Ippo, the fighting spirit. So I added, since the last time we spoke, I don't know if I went over this. I did add this box. I believe I did go over it, but I did add the footwork and stuff like that. I wanted to quickly show you guys if I have it somewhere. Okay, here it is. There's just some other stuff. The trackers are no longer valid. But this is the new board that I came up with. I made it much bigger. It's 8 times 8. One player starts in the red corner, another player starts in the blue corner. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8. Then right here you have this is your main deck, which consists of 60 cards. This is your move deck, which consists of 60 cards. So you have two separate decks. Over there, the yellow one, that's your corner deck. Can't really see because this activate windows thing here. Corner deck is your item deck for when the round is over. You go in your corner, and I should probably put this over here since it's the corner. I'm gonna have to update that. I just noticed that I did that, so this probably should go here, and this should go here. That yellow should go over there. So I'm gonna definitely update that. So that's the corner. But when the round is over, you go to the corner. You can use items, two items, and you have a deck of 20. Here's the discard pile. This is after you use a move deck, you put it in here. It's after you use a card from your main deck, you put it in here. So you have a main phase that you start off with. You draw first. Main phase, you draw 7 cards from the main deck, 7 cards from the move deck. If your move deck did not draw a jab, you have to reshuffle and draw again. The more times it happens, that's called a mulligan, and your opponent gets a +1. So I'm trying to quickly do this video, guys, because I do have work in a few minutes. So with that being said, so the first round, you can't use the abilities of the characters. Kind of like Pokemon's, you can't use the abilities of the characters in the first round. That might be subject to change. I don't know. Um, and then you go into the battle phase, and this is where the stuff happens. So let's pull up a card. So for example, Ippo over here, you'll have a little standee, which I'm going to show you guys in a few. So you have a standee here, which should say will be Ippo, and Ippo's going against Oda, who will be in the other corner. And over here, you get to see what the boxes, how they move when they're on the board. So Ippo can regularly walk, move +1 footwork, but every time you move, it takes 1 energy. Ippo has 28. So every time you move, it takes 1 energy. If you want, so this is kind of like a strategy game. So if you want to wait and rest, it'll recover your energy. I don't have the rules in front of me right now. I can pull it up and see. Let me see. If you guys give me a second, I can't. This is live recording, so I can't pause anything. So just bear with me. I'm pulling up the rules right now. Okay, I did add this rule recently, so it hasn't really registered with me yet, and I haven't really posted updated rules yet. But let me see if I can pull this up for you guys so I can explain. I don't know if I have it here or not. Sorry, guys. Okay, I see it here. So it says you can choose to wait and skip your turn. Doing so will consume the same 15 seconds. So every time you move, every battle turn is 15 seconds. The round is 3 minutes, right? So let me just show you guys one thing here. So this is the, oh, I didn't capture it here. I'll show you guys afterwards. But essentially, there's a timer that you can adjust yourself. Okay, so Right. So every turn you take is 15 seconds. So if you choose to wait, 15 seconds go by, and the round has 3 minutes. And every time you choose to wait, you recover 5 energy. So recovering this, however, does not exceed your default amount. So for example, E plus 28, it won't go over 28. It'll stop at 28. You can choose to stop if you're an outboxer or counter puncher style and you're trying to bait your opponent in. You can kind of dance around the ring a little bit. So someone like Sanada, for example, Sanada has +2 forward dash and just forward. He can't back up. He just comes forward. I might change that. I might put back dash, so that might not. But he only moves forward. So what that means is Sana starts here, he can move there. Move there, he just has to keep marching forward. You can't backpedal. So Sana keeps marching forward. Wherever the opponent is, so let's say the opponent is here, then Sana can go that way. So wherever the opponent is, that's where Sana is going. So he's more like a classic in fire coming at you. Ippo, on the other hand, he can backdash, he can side dash, forward dash. Obviously, he's the main character, right? So, yeah. So, as you can see, Ippo has SP finisher, which means that his finishing moves are more impactful, they're more powerful. And he has his peekaboo stance, which we can go over right now. It's subject for update because I haven't really updated every single card. Still working on that, but this game has different stances. And let's see, where's the... Again, guys, I am going to change the images to be manga. A lot of people were asking, so I'm going to end up doing that. I think this is, no, that's Southpaw. Okay, there it is. So what this stance does is continuous, so Ippo will gain 2 times power and defense boost when fighting on the inside. So there are 3 different types of fighting. So when you look at a move card, and I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. If you look at a move card, you have inside, mid, and then an example for a long. Then you have, nope, that's not an example. I think this is supposed to be. Oh, there it is, outside. So you have mid, outside, and you have inside. So you have 3. So when, let's say Ippo's here, for example, and your opponent is here, if Ippo is here and your opponent is here, that's a mid range. So adjacent is mid range. If your opponent is here and you're here, that's inside. If your opponent is here and you're here, that's outside. Someone like Mashiba can attack from down there. So if Mashiba's over here and you're here, that's Mashiba's range. So it's going to be a little difficult to fight someone like Mashiba, right? Because if you look at Mashiba's character, for example, he has a skill called... Where's Mashiba? He has a skill called range +1, which means it gives him an extra range. So this is the traditional long range. So your character is here, your opponent is here. That's the middle, blank. Mashiba can attack here, so +1 range. So he can attack. And that's because he uses things like Flicker Jab, which I gave him his own custom jab. See if I can locate that. There's so much stuff here. It makes it harder now that it's black and white. Like, I used to be able to find everything, and now I'm just, like, searching and searching, and I can't see it. I think I'm going to have to click on everything, because I can't see it right now, so... Oh, my God. Where are you? Ah, there you are. So this is Mashiba's jab. So this is... So it says it here, outside, mid, works the best. +1, it can only be used by Ryo Mashiba. Hits your opponent with a 12-hit jab. Combination targeting your opponent's entire body. This move targets... move is always capitalized, so I have to capitalize that. This move targets both your opponent's head and body HP. Apply damage counters by 25 times 12 in any order. So you can pretty much apply damage as you like within head or body. Okay, so my time is running short, so let me cut through this. So yesterday I upgraded these fighters. So these are the fighters that I'm going to be focusing on. It's Ippo. We have Yusuke, Oda, Fujiwara, So Fujiwara, his main thing is headbutting. So he can he can knock you out with his head. We have Jason Ozma. Yesterday I gave him a little more power. This might be controversial. If it is, you guys can let me know. Powerful hooks. We got Kenta Kobashi. He has a long guard stance. Go check that out. I still haven't updated it, so again, it's subject to change. So let's see what I do have right now. Hope you guys can hear me because my birds are very, very loud. Okay, here we go. So once per main phase, add 2 jab cards, 1 cross move, and 1 cross block. I think it should be cross arm block. Yeah. Arm block. Cross arm block. Yeah, you see guys, you're going to see a lot of typos. If you're main deck or your Epic Graveyard. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh, damn it. Discard pile. Discard to your hand. Times 2 damage during the battle phase. Decrease your power by 1/2. So that means his power is going to be 5 because it's already 10. When using a jab to start your combination, because you will go first unless you are overridden by an ability or an effect. So that would mean he gets his first roll ability. So let's go back up. And let's go back to Kenta. And Hiyami. He's a Glass Ace Prodigy and Infighter Killer. The Glass Ace Prodigy is going to be like a buff, but also a debuff. I got to fix his movement speed. I noticed some mistakes earlier. There's no point in moving 3 and dashing 2, so that should be the other way around. That makes more sense. We have this guy, Kaz. He's the only hybrid so far that I'm working on. He's the one that fought Amaya. I think this guy's the one that fought Kobashi. And then we got Sendo, fan favorite. He can take a beating, as you can see, 25-23. His defense is low, but he can take a wallop. Then we have Ichiro, who has the first roll ability. He always goes first this card, unless something else stops him. He has the highest energy, I believe, from the rookie team tournament. That's what that means, RKT. I've been flip-flopping a lot with his power. At one point, he was 70, 80. He's at 65 now. I might change it. His defense also has been going up and down. I can't decide how I want to make him. I got to see how he plays out with his counters. That's my only concern. And then we have this guy, Takeda. We have Iwakawa and Ryo Mashiba. So these are the characters that I'm going to be working on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So once the game is ready, you're going to have 13 starter decks. If you guys have tabletop, you're going to have 13 starter decks. They're all going to be lined up for you. You can just pick and play, or you can just mix and match cards and play as you want. So now, for my final showing, let's go and load up, let me save it first. Let's load up the tabletop simulator for you guys. And let's show you guys what the game looks like. I hope this is all recording because the first time using this app in like years. I haven't used this app in years. So hopefully everything is recording. You guys can hear me. It's going to be a little hard to play with one hand because right now I'm holding a PlayStation controller next to my mouth. Because I don't have a microphone. So this will do for now. Alright, so Tabletop Simulator is really cool because whoever hasn't played it is worth it, honestly. You can download any type of board games. Let me lower that down a little bit. You can load any type of board game you want, and you can play it. You can play it with your family, your friends, online, offline. So let's load this. This is my project right here. It's loading up. This is what it looks like so far. I'm still updating everything, guys, so please don't mind any mistakes you see. The only person that has had an update is... this is the timer I was talking to you guys about. So let's say you are playing, and let's say 15 minutes passed, and you would do 2, and you can type also the number, so you don't have to like keep clicking. So you can put 45. And then the next player takes his turn, and you keep decreasing it, or if I think when I believe when battle happens, it goes down by 30. Don't worry if it goes over. Just end the round after the sequence is done, right? So you have the overview of the box of this. Well, let's go to Ippo actually, because this deck is actually up to date. Let me try moving. Sorry, it's a little slow because I have one hand right now. All right, so as you can see, all the cards are on the side over there. So that's what I mean. Like when I create decks for you guys, I'm gonna line them up. You guys can just pick and play, or you'll have an extra card so you can customize and make your own decks. So you'll have the starter cards, and you'll have things you can customize. So over here, you can also customize. Excuse me. You can also customize the stats of the character. So if you don't really want Ippo to have that much, you can raise it. Despite what the card says, you can keep track of your own. Right now, the Ippo does have an outdated. That's the outdated boxer image and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff I changed. Sizing and stuff like that is outdated. So I'll work on that soon. Um, so that's the head HP. That's the body HP. Guard stamina. So every time you block, that goes down. That's your guard's HP pretty much. That's your power. That's how much you'll hit plus the move cards damage. So I'm gonna put this controller down for a minute. So the first thing you do when you start the game is you draw from the move card. You draw from the move card first because you got to see if you need to reshuffle. If you get a jab. So first is shuffle. And let's draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I draw a jab? No, so you see I did not draw a jab, right? So what I'm going to do is, excuse me guys, I'm going to put these cards down here. I'm sure there are easy ways to do it. I'm not the best when it comes to tabletop. I just recently became okay at it. So you can flip it, grab it, put it on top, it goes back in, shuffle it again, and then draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's the jab. So that means my opponent, excuse me, my voice is getting a little bad. Say my opponent didn't draw a jab, then he would have to do the same. So he gets +1 draw from the main deck and the move deck. So then now we draw from the main deck. So we shuffle it first. We shuffle it a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I draw 7 cards. You can see them here. What they do. I'll show you guys now. Funny how Ippo got all his trainers here. You got oh, I just noticed I didn't update this guy's name. It still says Genji on it. As this guy. See, small little mistakes like this. I'm glad that I do playthroughs with you guys because I can see it and now I can fix it. So I apologize for that. Um, we got our cards here. And over here, I'm gonna have to make a second one because I did add some new status effects. What time is it? Let's see. I gotta go to work. Yeah, I gotta get off very soon. So you got stunned. So if your opponent is stunned or you're stunned and your opponent stunned you click on whichever applies to you. If you have a buff, whatever, you click on buff. If your guard broke, you put guard break. If you're knocked out, you put knockout, and you lose the game. All right. So when during the first turn, I'm not sure if I'm gonna allow these type of cards to be used or not. But let's say if it is, for example, I'll play this card, which it allows me to draw 4 cards. So this one will go here. And then I'll draw 4 cards in the main deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got some new cards. Now you got a card like this. You can add. See, this game is very fast when it comes to drawing. But I did put the once per turn stopper to try to stop that. So for a card like this, it says twice per main phase. So that means you can draw twice. So I think I'm gonna leave that. Um, but a card like hers, it's add one energy, one SP card. That one I think I'm gonna leave. And then after that, she draws two more cards. So I think a card like that, I put a stop on it. Now again, I don't know if the first um, phase should allow you to play skill cards or not. I'm still debating that. Um, I am gonna add item cards to the game, a different type of item cards, not the healing one. It's equip cards. Those can be played like and during the first turn you can equip that to your character. So I might let that, and then the second round, that's when you can use it, just to keep the game a little more balanced. I don't know yet. Um, okay, so you can play that card and you can resolve that effect. But then let's say I go to the battle phase. You go here, and with Ippo, remember, well, right now you can't really see it because I updated, but it's +1 footwork. So I can do what? I can do that. Or if you do forward dash, it can only go forward. So you can do 1, 2. So right there, I already used 3 energy. So you have to go and minus your energy. 1, 2, 3. Then my opponent, so forth. You'll move. Let's say we both meet in the middle, where we exchange some blows because we're mid range. We go here. This is outside range. So let's Sendel's doing one of his smash, then he'll knock people down. But yeah, guys, this is my project so far. I don't know how I came up with all these ideas. It's pretty crazy. Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this, and hopefully, I can release everything for you guys to play. If you guys have Tabletop Simulator, it will be free. And yeah, just stay tuned. I have more news coming. Thank you for watching, guys. Now, let me see if I can exit out of this recording. Okay, take care, guys. I think I found it.